I wasted years investing in the wrong thing. And if I was 18 again, I would only invest in these 5 things right here. If you are young or you're also 18 as well and you feel lost, stuck, or you feel like you have no purpose, I highly recommend cancelling out all the distractions and fully focus on this video if you are serious about your life, because this can genuinely save you a few years of pain. And starting straight off the top is investing into religion, and that is the most important thing. The scripture I'm going to pull from this is Matthew 6:33. Seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all things shall be given unto thee. And when it says all things, it's not just going after the scripture for the materialistic things. Even something such as peace is extremely important. Like, you won't be able to invest in everything else on this list if peace isn't in your mind. You just won't be able to. You need to be operating from a level of peace. Yes, you may be having stress here and there, or you may be feeling worse, or you might have spiked times of heightened emotions where you actually feel really good. But just being able to feel peaceful through all situations, that comes from investing into your religion, investing into, I'm going to say, Christianity, which is the one true religion. Because from my own experience, I spent a lot of time investing into the dumbest things. I was investing into drugs, bad relationships, bad girls, all of these things, gaming, because I didn't find peace. I didn't have a peace in my life. And what I like to call this is a Christ-sized hole. I had a Christ-sized hole in my heart, and I was trying to fill it with things inside the world, but nothing would fill that Christ-sized hole apart from Christ. And because of that, and I've been able to find that is the best investment I've done in my life. Like, when I talk about the peace that you will feel, it is peace that enables you to literally do anything and feel like you can do anything. And it is very, very, very important that you start there, because you can get all these sorts of things, but you can see there are people out there who are still like, no, I need Christ. I need to have, this is what I need to focus on. Now, I'm not going to come and say that this is in the specific order that you need to go in to find these things. I will say that for the next couple of ones, yes, it makes more sense to have it in more of a actual order, but you can see throughout the whole entire of the world that so many people do things in different orders. This isn't the most a fixed order, but this is how I would recommend it now where I am today. But even myself, I didn't take this order, but this would be the most likely the order that I would take if I could go back to being 18 again. So number one, as I said, invest into your religion, because I'm going to talk about this further down, but just the extra benefits, the second order and third order consequences of being part of a religion benefits you in terms of the communal side of it, in terms of the socializing side of it, in terms of the peace from avoiding certain things because it goes against your religion. All of these things add up and it benefits you so much on top of the salvation that you also receive. So I highly recommend, number one, invest into your religion. If I was 18 again, the second thing I would invest into is my health. Now, health is actually the thing I started with. I started going to the gym from the age of 15. It's something I was really, really big on, because I was training for athletics and playing basketball whilst I was still in school. And I highly recommend every single person just gets themselves into the gym. If you're a young person watching this, don't waste any time. A lot of people who I've spoken to, they've said one of the main things holding them back is anxiety of people looking at them. I'll tell you right now, nobody's looking at you, because everybody is thinking like that. So because everybody's thinking like that, everybody's trying to not look at people because they themselves feel like everybody's looking at them. So get that one out of your head. That is not enough of an excuse for you to not be investing into your health. Health, fitness falls underneath health, nutrition, all sorts of things. I'm putting this all underneath health because it is the most important thing. If you aren't healthy, you can't do anything. Yes, there are people out there in the world who are obese that are doing this, doing that, but we don't want to live like that. We want to be healthy people with amazing bodies, with an amazing mindset and amazing everything, because our health is in check. So I highly recommend invest into your health. Get yourself into a gym. I don't care what you do, whether it's a gym, even if it's running, yoga, Pilates, if you're a girl, fighting, mixed martial arts, boxing, Muay Thai, whatever it may be, playing a sport, whatever it is, get yourself doing something that makes you actually have hunger to improve your health. Not just saying, okay, cool, I'm gonna go hit my 10K steps. There's no competition, there's no reason for you to be going further. I want you to actually do something that you have to focus on. Like, for example, I'm going to the gym. I have this at the front, which is my weekly workout tracker. It's not filled out right now because I actually forgot it at home twice this week, which is embarrassing. But every single week, every single time I go to the gym, I will bring that with me, or this journal with me, and I would write down inside of the notebook exactly what I'm doing. You don't have to be this hardcore, but we need to see the level that you can take. Like if I'm playing basketball, I will be tracking, okay, how am I doing this, how am I doing that? Because when you take it that serious, you take it that serious. So you do everything to try and optimize for that. So when you focus on your health, you start to see you improve your sleep, you start to see that you're improving your diet, you start to be able to think clearer, and generally as a whole, your life will improve. So please, somehow, some way, find yourself to invest into your health, because it is the most important thing. A healthy mind is a healthy body, and a healthy body is most definitely a healthy mind. If I was 18 again, the third thing that I would invest into is my wealth. Now this is self-explanatory, everyone should understand this, but for some reason a lot of people actually genuinely don't. And I've met a lot of people who say no, they're happy with where they are, and this is not for me to be birthing a level of urgency or creating a random sense of fear in your life to say you need to come and become a multi-millionaire. I'm not saying that, but with the way that life is going, especially with AI's implementation into everything, the wealth gap is only going to get bigger. And even worse than that, a lot of people are going to be replaced. And people can say that's not going to happen, but it's genuinely going to happen. And not even just like that about the replacement side. So I'm not even going to try to use fear. Just the abundance life that you can experience. Like from where I was before, like the life I was living, to where I am living now, I'm realizing life is actually so much better than I could ever imagine. And this is where I am now. Like I'm barely even scratching the surface. There's people who are killing it, making 100K per month, 1 mil per month, hundreds of millions per month. Alex Moses out there making, I'm pretty sure it's 160, I think it's 160 million in a day. Like the people are genuinely making stupid amounts of money, enjoying life to the fullest. And I look at it and say that even if you don't want to get to that level, just being able to say at any time, on any day, I could do anything that I want with anybody that's amazing. Imagine I get to the future and I'm said to myself, I don't need to invest into my health, into my wealth. I can be a normal person who just works a regular 9 to 5. There's nothing really wrong with that, but I'm not making enough money to be able to do anything I want whenever I want. Like you can still work a regular job, just make sure you're making a lot of money. I think that's the most important thing. Make sure you're making a lot of money, because if you are, then imagine your kid says, Dad, I want to go to, I don't know, Disneyland Paris, and you're like, okay son, let me book my holiday for next year and we can plan for then. I don't really want that to be part of my life, and I don't think anybody wants that to be a part of their life. And the only time that really happens is if you say everything is fine now and I'm going to not try and avoid this lifestyle now, and then you get to the age of 40 and then you have to make the decision to be like, son, no, we can't do it now, we can do it then. Or my manager hasn't approved my holiday. That is not the life that I want, and I don't think anybody watching this should aspire for that. If you are in that right now, this is not me saying there's anything wrong with that in terms of what you're doing, especially if you're thinking about how you can exit that. But if you are my age, I always say this to my business partner, to my family, every single person, why are you going to plan for worse? Like, there was a business opportunity which we are planning on starting going into 2026. And when we was making a plan, if I was to shed more light on it, for example, in drop shipping, or is it going to be an e-commerce of a product, a fulfillment model? We had two options. We had option one, which is make things more automatic, or option two, have completely all hands-on manual things, like putting labels and everything ourselves. And I said, why would we ever do that second option? We don't have time for that. It just makes sense to have it automatic, and then we can actually keep reinvesting into the product to make it better. But somebody inside of the business said, no, let's keep it all manual. And I said, no, it makes no sense. It's just going to be a waste of time. It doesn't mean we're going to make more profits. If anything, it's going to decrease profits, because we're going to have to hire a team here to help us do that. Why not just have it all automatic, online, and handled by the suppliers who say that they can handle it? Yes, it'll be a little bit more expensive, we'll make less money, but it means that we have more time freedom to actually invest into the product. No. I said, okay, I just won't do it, because I don't see a point in planning towards something to make things worse for yourself. So if you are where you are right now, instead of planning, okay, I'm going to be doing this, making X amount of money, or not even planning at all, just wait until letting life do things to you, then you get into a situation where you are 40 and you have to now ask your manager for when you can go on holiday, and the manager can not approve it, and you're not making enough to be able to leave the job. Why would you ever plan for that? My thing is, plan to make the most amount of money that you possibly can, so you can live the best life that you can possibly live. It's not about greed, it's not about lust, it's about just living a good life. A good life where you can provide for your family, provide for your wife, provide for your immediate family, external family, provide for yourself, and live an amazing life. So if I was 18 again, I would be investing heavily into my wealth. And you might be saying to me, what does that even look like? That's actually step number 4, the fourth thing I would do. If I was 18 again, the fourth thing I would invest into is skills and education. As you can see behind me is a couple of books. And consistently now, I'm always trying to buy books to ensure that I'm always learning. Whether that is me reading, I'm a reader. I enjoy reading. The only issue now is it's cold, so I can't really do my reading. What I was doing before was walking with a book. But I love reading, but there's so many other methods to consume knowledge. Right now, I'm also watching the $100 Million Leads course. So I have the book right here. I don't know if you can see it, but I'll bring it into the frame if you can't. The $100 Million Leads book. I'm also watching a course whilst I'm reading the book, and there's also an audio book. So there's 3 ways. So Moses made it that there's 3 ways for me to be able to consume this information. Whatever form it takes for you to be a student, find that form and abuse it. If it's books, read as many books as you can. If it's podcasts, listen to as many as you can. Because even me right now, I'm listening to podcasts. I'm trying to listen to about 1 to 2 episodes a day, especially when I'm going to the gym. Rather than listening to loud Brazilian funk like I like, I'm trying to put podcasts in my ear, especially from the Founders podcast. I highly recommend, if you are somebody who wants to enter entrepreneurship and you want to be a founder, listen to that podcast. That is what I'm currently listening to right now. Alongside of that, I will be listening to school community courses that I'm paying for, and I'm also inside, because the whole aim is to be a student as much as possible. Because when you invest into your skills and your education, that is how you'll make the wealth. If you're just running around thinking, how can I invest in my wealth, without actually trying to acquire more skills and more knowledge, I don't know how you would do it. You may be able to start a business to do something, but to really take it to the next level, invest into skills, invest in education. I'd actually put it on the same level as your wealth, but they're technically 2 separate things. But the more skilled you are, the more valuable you are as a person, the more wealth that you will have. So if I was 18 again, I would heavily be investing into my wealth. From 18, I would start buying books. This is from books that I've bought this year, alongside of books that got donated to me from my older brother when he moved out. Well, technically he just left them and I took them. And then, yeah, so that's my bookshelf right now. I've read 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 books, and I'm on to my 11th one since I started reading in February, March, April, May, June. So from June to now, I've read these 10 books and I'm on to my 11th. So by the end of the year, by the grace of God, it's December, never mind, but I'll try to get to, at least next year, I'm going to try to get to 50 books read. That is over a book a month. But I'm telling you, find whatever source it is for you to be investing into your knowledge and into your wisdom and into your skills, and do whatever it takes. And then finally, which I think is actually probably one of the most important ones, is if I was 18 again, I would be investing heavily into my relationships. And this is family relationships, friendships, and then obviously relationships and who your spouse is and who you date. And this is very, very important, because those people are the people who you spend the majority of your time with. You spend the majority of your time with your family, with your friends, and the person who's your spouse. And it is crucial that, one, you pick the right spouse, that you pick the right friends. You can't pick your family, but you can pick who in your family you spend time with. And what this looks like is, if you have a family member who you know is a negative influence, terrible, and of course it's hard to do this because you might have somebody in your family, let's say it's your mom or your dad who you actually live with, it's hard to avoid spending time with them. But you can pick how much time you invest into these people and what you invest into these people with. If you are somebody who's trying to get yourself on track to being a better person, bring anybody who's not in that stance on the journey as well, or sow little seeds that you have into them. Like send that post that you see to them. Have some kind words and say it to them. Uplift them. Be a better person as well. Because one, we don't know what they're going through, but if you can help them, help them. But the main issue is, once again, if you can't help them and they don't want to be helped, me personally, I would say it's not a wise thing for you to be investing into that, because all it will do is be a net negative for yourself. And I say that for your friends, and the person who will become your spouse. And this is something that I wish that I actually learned heavily, because I'm a people person. I love spending time with people. And what that meant was I would invest into practically anybody. I would say I would spend time with you, I'll spend time with you, I'll spend time with you. And I ended up getting stretched out, pause, and I had no time and I was very, very tired. Massive pause. So because of that, I said to myself, no, you have to be intentional with who you invest your time with. And from doing that, genuinely is one of the best decisions that I've made. Even going into this year, I have made a really, really close friend. And from having that relationship, it has helped me so much to want to become a better person. And I think every single person must be smart enough. When they say you are the product of the 5 people you spend the most time with, that is not a joke. That is literally real. So you have to be truly intentional and truly wise with who you spend time with. When I was around either 18 to 19 to about 20, one of them ages, I said that the people I spend the most time with was L Nightingale, First Man, who I was watching. I don't think he doesn't make videos anymore, but First Man, Jim Rohn, Brian Tracy, and I might even just say David Goggins. Those are the people I spent the most time with. Why? Because I was sitting there watching their videos all day, downloading that knowledge. Because that's why I said I need to be investing into it. Of course, now I don't know them in person, but those were the 5 people I spent the most time with around that time, because I'm consuming their knowledge. I would say those are my mentors. And you need to be very, very, very intentional. With my real life friendships, what I did when I left school, which was around 21 or 22, one of them 2 years, I said to myself, I can't just go out there and go make some random friendships now. I located who are the best guys that I know around me right now, and let me make a network with them, like a small little tribe. And we will continue to do work together and try to improve each other's lives. And lo and behold, that worked out a lot. The two of the guys from that group are my closest friends as well, and my business partner is one of them. So from saying to myself, I'm going to ensure I surround myself with actually good people, that guys are actually who are ambitious, I've been able to have a close friend, well, 2 close friends and a business partner. So I highly, highly, highly recommend. It's going to be hard, yes. You might have to cut some people off, yes. But is it going to be worth the years of pain if you do not cut them off? I don't think so. So if you have to do and cut some people off, whether it's your spouse, family members, or friendship, do it. Because at the end of the day, you need to do what is best for you. And I'm not saying go cut off some random day one or your closest day one to some random person in your family for no reason. If the person is literally being a net negative for you, like they're bringing you down, you try to say you want to do this and they say you can't achieve it, they're being terrible to you, you can cut the people off. But just a regular person in your family who's not doing anything to you, that makes no sense. So those are the 5 things I would highly, highly, highly recommend investing into if you was 18. And if I was 18 again, that's exactly what I would be doing, because those are the 5 most important things. That there's nothing else that could possibly be more important than that. And I would say, once again, in that order, to summarize it: invest into your religion, invest into your health, invest into your wealth, invest into skills and education for yourself, and finally invest into relationships. So that will be it for today's video, guys. If you did enjoy today's video, I'm not going to sell you anything. I just want to ask for one favor, which is please subscribe, as it will support the channel and help it to grow.